Congratulations and welcome to IBEW Local 613. If you're watching this, you're probably getting ready to take your first job referral from our hall. Maybe you're brand new to the electrical industry. Maybe you're entering our apprenticeship program. Maybe you're coming in as a CWCE. Or maybe you're already an experienced electrician who's new to Local 613. However you got here, we're glad you're here. I'm Ron Nyberg, Business Manager of IBEW Local 613. And before you head out to your first job, I want to spend a few minutes explaining what it means to receive a referral from our hall and what it means to be a part of the IBEW. Because today, you're doing more than starting a new job. You're becoming part of something bigger. Why am I getting a referral from the union hall? If you're new to the union construction industry, you may be wondering, I already know which contractor I'm going to work for. Why am I at the union hall getting a referral? That's a good question. Your employer is an IBEW signatory contractor. That means the contractor has entered into a collective bargaining agreement with IBEW Local 613, covering the terms and conditions under which represented electrical workers perform their work. The contractor wins projects and determines its manpower needs. Local 613 provides a skilled electrical workforce through our referral system. That relationship allows our contractors to compete for and build some of the most important projects in our jurisdiction, while providing workers with established wages, benefits, working conditions, training opportunities, and representation. That's the union construction model. Contractors bid the work, our members provide the skilled workforce, and together we build our communities. What is the IBEW? IBEW stands for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. The IBEW was founded on one simple principle. Electrical workers are stronger when we stand together. Here in our jurisdiction, you're being represented by IBEW Local Union 613. Local 613 has been serving electrical workers for more than a century. Generations of men and women before you organized, negotiated, trained, worked, and stood together to build the wages, benefits, working conditions, and opportunities our members enjoy today. Now you're becoming part of that tradition. Whether you work through this hall for a short period of time or build a lifelong career in the electrical industry, we want you to understand what being represented by IBEW means. What does the union do for you? One of the most important things to understand is the difference between your employer and your union. Your contractor employs you. They assign your work, supervise the job, and issue your paycheck. IBEW Local 613 represents you. Through collective bargaining, we negotiate with our signatory contractors over the wages, benefits, classifications, and working conditions covered by our agreement. That agreement establishes the rules both sides operate under. And when you're working under that agreement, you don't have to negotiate your wage by yourself every time you take a job. You don't have to walk into the boss's office alone and try to negotiate your benefits. And if there's a question about whether the agreement is being followed, you don't have to figure it out by yourself. That's what representation means. You have a local union standing behind you. You have people in your corner. There are going to be times in your career when you have questions. Maybe it's about your paycheck. Maybe it's about your classification or your benefits. Maybe it's something that happened on the job and you're not sure whether it's right. Maybe you simply don't know the proper procedure. That's normal, especially when you're new. Ask. Depending on the situation, you may have a steward on your job site who can help answer these questions for you. You also have business representatives and staff here at the hall whose job it is to represent our membership and administer our agreements. Use those resources. Don't let a small question become a big problem because you were afraid to ask. And don't rely on job site rumors or social media when you can get an answer directly from your local union. Call the hall. A fair day's work for a fair day's pay. Union membership isn't a one-way street. There are responsibilities on both sides. Our responsibility is to represent you, enforce our agreements, negotiate for our membership, and work to protect the standards generations of IBEW members have built. Your responsibility is to be a professional. Show up on time, show up ready to work safely, learn your craft, follow the agreement, respect your coworkers, respect the contractor's customer, take care of the tools and equipment entrusted to you, and give the contractor a fair day's work for a fair day's pay. We want our signatory contractors to be successful. Why? Because successful union contractors win more work. More work means more opportunities for our members. And when Local 613 provides the safest, most skilled, productive, and professional electrical workforce, everybody benefits. Your reputation starts today. Whether you realize it or not, you're building your reputation from your very first referral. People remember the person who shows up ready to work. They remember the person who wants to learn. They remember the person who helps the crew. And they also remember the person who doesn't. If you're an apprentice or you're new to the trade, nobody expects you to know everything. We expect you to be willing to learn, ask questions, listen to experienced journeymen, take your training seriously. Learn why something is done, not just how it's done. If you're a CW or a CE, take advantage of every opportunity available to improve your skills and advance your career. And if you're coming to us as an experienced electrician, lead by example and help teach the next generation coming behind you. No matter your classification, there's always something more to learn. Understand your wages and benefits. One of the biggest differences you may notice in the union is that your compensation is more than the number you see on your paycheck. Depending on your classification, your total compensation may include negotiated benefits in addition to your hourly wage. Those benefits can represent a significant part of what you earn. Learn about them. Understand what applies to your classification. Pay attention to your pay stubs and benefit statements. Make sure your personal and beneficiary information stays current. And if something doesn't look right, ask about it. These benefits are part of your compensation. You've earned them. Why membership and dues matter. When you become a dues-paying member of Local 613, your dues help support the organization that represents you and your fellow members. Dues help make the work of operating your local union possible. They help administer agreement and referrals. They allow us to represent members, support union programs, and carry out the responsibilities of the brotherhood and sisterhood. But membership isn't just about paying dues. Membership means having a voice in your union. It means attending union meetings. It means learning how your local operates. It means participating. It means looking out for the brother and sister working beside you. And ultimately, it means understanding a simple idea. The union isn't somebody else. The union is its members. It's you. IBEW 613 is here throughout your career. There's another important difference between union construction and many other jobs. Your career doesn't have to depend on one employer. Projects start, projects finish, contractors gain work, contractors lose work. Manpower needs change. That's the nature of construction. A referral ending doesn't necessarily mean your career ends with it. The hiring hall provides a system through which qualified workers can be referred to a signatory contractor according to established referral procedure. Over the course of a career, you may work for many different contractors on many different projects, but your relationship with your trade and your local union can continue throughout that career. You are building a career in the electrical industry, not just working a job. Look at what your work can become. Take a drive around our jurisdiction and you'll see what skilled union electrical workers can accomplish. Hospitals, stadiums, data centers, manufacturing facilities, transportation infrastructure, commercial buildings, industrial facilities, and countless other projects that keep our communities working. Some projects become landmarks. Others are buildings most people will never think twice about. But inside the walls, above the ceilings, underground, and throughout those facilities is work performed by skilled electrical professionals. You now have an opportunity to become one of those professionals. Someday you'll be able to drive past a project with your family and say, I helped build that. There's pride in that. Get involved. So, what can you do to get the most out of this opportunity? Get involved. If you're an apprentice or in training, take your classes seriously. Learn everything you can on the job. Ask questions. Take advantage of upgrade and continuing education opportunities available to you. Attend union meetings. Learn about your local union and your agreement. Know your steward. Know how to contact the hall. Meet your brothers and sisters. And as you gain experience, help the people coming behind you. The stronger our members become, the stronger Local 613 becomes. You are part of the team. As you head to your first referral, remember this: we want you to succeed. Your contractor wants a skilled, productive employee. Your coworkers want somebody they can depend on. And your local union wants you to build a safe, productive, prosperous career in this trade. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have questions. You're going to encounter things you've never seen before. That's part of learning. What matters is how you respond. Be teachable, be dependable, be professional, work safely, take pride in what you build, and look out for the people working beside you. Welcome to IBEW Local 613. Today may be your first referral. We hope it's the beginning of something much bigger. For more than a century, men and women have come through Local 613, learned this trade, raised families, built our communities, retired with dignity, and helped create opportunities for the generations that followed them. Now you have the opportunity to write your own chapter in that story. Take advantage of it. Learn the trade. Build your skills. Protect your reputation. Know your agreement. Get involved in your local. And never hesitate to ask us for help when you need it. On behalf of the officers, staff, and members of IBEW Local 613, congratulations on your first referral. We're glad you're here. We're proud to have you working alongside us. Welcome to IBEW Local Union 613. Now let's get to work.